Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Delta Fire and Rescue presents the Delta Haunted House at 109 North Center Street in Delta. Admission is just $10 per person. The Delta Haunted House is open each Friday and Saturday throughout October and on Halloween night from 8 to 10 p.m. Food and drinks will be available for purchase, and now accepting cash and most major credit cards. It's the Delta Fire and Rescue Delta Haunted House, Fridays and Saturdays in October and on Halloween night. The Watch Your Opera House presents the Midwest Country Music Organization New Artist of the Year, Jordan Beam, featuring John Griffiths, this Saturday at 7 p.m. Tickets are just $10. Get them at watchyouroperahouse.org or get them at the door. See one of the Midwest's best with Iowa's Jordan Beam this Saturday night, 7 p.m. at the Watch Your Opera House.
As these Iowa skies.
The Albia After Prom Haunted House is open Friday and Saturday nights in October from 8 to 11 p.m. Admission is just $10. Free parking at the Monroe County Fairgrounds in Albia. It's the Albia After Prom Haunted House. Fridays and Saturdays in October from 8 to 11 p.m.
We hope to see you there.
Welcome to the library with Miss Amanda here on Steve Shetler Media. Last week we were talking about Halloween stuff for our trivia question, and one of my favorite book series growing up, and even today I still pick one up now and then, is Goosebumps. So my question last week was, when was the original, the very first Goosebumps book by R.L. Stine published? And this one kind of surprised me. I was only 7 at the time, so I got into the Goosebumps series probably about that time. I thought it was in the 80s. So the original first book, Welcome to Dead House, was published in July 1992. And the original series ran from 92 to 97 and included 62 books. I can tell you from our collection here at the library that it has expanded into the hundreds now. There's a whole bunch of spin-offs and different character standalones and stuff that R.L. Stine has done based on the Goosebumps series. So if you like Goosebumps, there's a bunch that he has come out with, and they're still being published today. I don't know how he keeps coming up with new book ideas, but he does, and they're great. My question this week is about one of my favorite Halloween movies. So we talked about Nightmare Before Christmas. But another one of my favorites is Hocus Pocus. You can't go wrong with Hocus Pocus. I love it. But my question this week is, what are the names of the 3 Sanderson sisters in the movie Hocus Pocus? Not a lot of people remember their names. They just remember there's 3 sisters. What are their names? My books you don't want to miss this week, I am featuring one of my friends, actually, a local author, Lucas Pedersen. And he has got a ton. I picked 3 of them out to talk to you guys about. But he's got several books out now. He's a local author. Started out small and has kind of just blossomed, I'll say. He's amazing. But I picked out 3 of the books that were some of my favorites of his. So my first one is Cryptid 46 Beat the Devil. These all kind of have the theme, he does have other ones, but these 3 all kind of have the theme of monsters, giant monsters. So this one, Cryptid 46 Beat the Devil. The team heads to New Jersey to stop an increasing number of brutal murders and kidnappings reportedly caused by the Jersey Devil. They soon find themselves deep in the Pine Barrens fighting an age-old monster so elusive they can't kill it. But when they enter a deep tunnel system, they soon discover a threat beyond comprehension. Building for decades now, something ravenous under the Earth's surface is about to surge into the world and destroy everything we know. The devil wants its due. So that's Cryptid Force 6. Another one of my favorites is Leviathan Ghost Rig. It's about an oil rig, obviously, which terrifies me. Who would want a job out there in the middle of nowhere doing that? Like, good for them. I'm envious that they have that kind of bravery to do that. But this is Leviathan. Bracken, a down-on-his-luck oil man, is offered a chance of redemption when a billionaire offers him a job to repair a ghost oil rig in the South Pacific Ocean. The payment is enough to retire him and his small crew. But when they arrive on the ghost rig, Sarah, Bracken soon discovers they're not alone. Something very large circles under the water around the rig. Something that shouldn't exist but does. A thing of nightmares, and it's hungry. That's a Leviathan. The last one, and that I really, really enjoyed, and I'm pretty sure I read all of these in like a day, is called Black Water. 1,000 feet below the surface of the Gulf of Mexico, hell awaits. The cartel have found a new way to transport drugs, underwater tunnels. Hot on their trail is newly recruited Border Elite Patrol Officer Andy and a team of hardcore mercenaries. He soon finds himself in a web of corruption and no one can be trusted. When the cartel damages their mini-sub, Andy and the small team he's assigned to are tossed into the dark tunnels. With only their special suits and rifles, they must finish the mission, but they soon realize they're not alone in the tunnels. Survival is everything. So if you like some good thrillers, and these are not huge books, these are very easy to read in one sitting even, less than 200 pages. So that's Lucas Pedersen. He's got a ton more books if you guys are interested in thrillers like that. Like I said, not all of them have to do with monsters and such. There's some other horror books that he does. But we have, I think, most of his books. I don't know if we have the latest few, but we have most of his books here if you like them. Alright, things going on at the library. Cook the Book we had for October already, so our next Cook the Book will be November 4th. That is at 6 p.m. Cook the Book. If you're not aware of what that is, you come into the library. We have a cookbook. We pick one cookbook every month. So you come in, pick a recipe from the book of the month. You get a copy to take home. You make the recipe. It is important that you make enough for at least 20 because we have quite the group here. But you make the recipe and you bring it to the potluck style event on the day. So it will be November 4th for this next one. And we eat and socialize and have a good time. So Cook the Book November 4th at 6 p.m. Book Club will be on October 19th. They're reading The Whisper Network, which I believe I featured a couple of weeks ago for my Books You Don't Want to Miss. Toddler Times, our last toddler time of the month, actually, will be October 21st. Then we will be back in November. We're taking a week off for freezer meals, and then we'll be back in November. So October 21st is the last toddler time for October. Speaking of freezer meals, our freezer meals for October, the registration closes tomorrow, Friday the 18th. The meals for our October freezer meals include, I'm going to read off of my list over here, ham and Swiss penne, chicken and vegetable with soup with rice, Tex-Mex chicken chowder, turkey kielbasa soup, ravioli lasagna, muffin cup cheddar beef pies, ham and corn chowder, and creamy Parmesan chicken and linguine. So if those sound delicious to you and you want more information about our freezer meals, make sure you contact us. We do offer two different types of freezer meals, our sizes. We offer a full set that feeds 4 or a half set that feeds 2. Speaking for my family of 3, the half set is perfect for my husband, myself, and my toddler. And usually we have leftovers so we can take lunch the next day. So they're good portions. Trick or Treat on the Square. So we will be at Trick or Treat on the Square on the 31st. I'm so excited that they're doing it the same day as Trick or Treat around town. Then we only have to get my daughter dressed up once instead of twice or 3 times. So Trick or Treat on the Square will be on the 31st from 3:30 to 5. You can find the library's Trunk or Treat in the Brothers Market parking lot next to the old Lifetime Dental building. Alright, my trivia question of the week. What are the names of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus? So most people know Winifred. They usually can get Winifred. But the other two sisters are Mary and Sarah. So Winifred, Mary, and Sarah. If you haven't watched it, it's a good one. They even did a really good job on the second one. Sometimes second movies can kind of falter, but they did a good job on Hocus Pocus 2 as well. So make sure that you are staying spooky, and we will see you guys next week.